Hello everyone. So it's really late. I should be in bed. I should be asleep because I have to work tomorrow. But we've been back from New York for a couple of days now and I have not gotten around to doing a haul. Like I said I would in a couple other videos of what I've gotten, and I want to get around to doing that before I forget. So I'm just going to do it. So forgive my kind of crazy sleep deprived state and vampiric kind of face right now. Not that I always look pale, whatever. So we're just going to jump right into it. Um, Starting off, before I went to New York, I had noticed that the Body Shop was having a 40% off sale. And there's been a couple of things that I've been wanting to try from them, so I decided to just buy a few things. And when I got back from New York, it was sitting waiting for me at the doorstep, which was kind of cool. So I got three things, and I'll just kind of show you. The first one is the Ginger Scalp Care Shampoo, which I've used only a few times. I kind of have a little bit of an itchy scalp and a little bit of like mild dandruff, and I've noticed maybe a decrease in the itch, but I've really only used it twice, so I can't really say if it works or not. It does smell exactly like ginger, so it's kind of a nice shampoo to use in the morning because it'll kind of wake you up a little bit with that spicy, sweet scent. Um, so that I like so far. So the verdict's out, obviously, on all of this stuff because I haven't had really much of a chance to use it. With the exception of maybe this. This is the Cocoa Mania Lip Butter, which is one of the other things I got. And I had forgotten how this smelled. I was thinking it was going to smell way more chocolatey than it does, and it does smell very chocolatey, but it's definitely a nutty chocolate versus like a chocolate chocolate. But it tastes really good. It still smells really good. It feels really nice on my lips. The only downside is it gets a little like melty if it's in your pocket, and it's very, it's just very soft and silky. But that means that any kind of heat and it kind of goes all I'm gushy on you. But yeah, that's the other things that I've gotten. I really have been liking this. The last thing that I bought, I didn't really do a huge purchase from them, but is the Vitamin E eye cream. Um, I'm in my late 20s, and I feel like I take good care of my face, even though I don't necessarily have the best of complexions. I've never used anything that's like a treatment that was beyond really like an occasional mask. I mean, obviously, I wash my face. I use a toner. I use a moisturizer. I use a spot treatment when I have acne, and then an occasional different kind of mask. So I figured I'm getting close to 30. I should probably start taking better care of like my eyes to kind of prevent the wrinkles. And I do have pretty bad dark circles that nothing covers. And the reviews that I read about this, they were kind of mixed, but it seemed like the people who are closer to my age seemed to really like it. So I think, I don't know, I'm going to try it as kind of a preventative measure more than a complete correction and see how I like it. All I can tell you so far is that it applies very nicely and there's no distracting scent. So far, again, don't know. Only have used it for a few days. But yeah, it applies really nice, so we'll see what happens. So moving into what I got in New York, to just kind of start with the random little tchotchkes. We stopped at one of those souvenir shops in, I think it was actually on Times Square, just to kind of look. And I ended up seeing this mug, Broadway, New York, with the theater masks, and loved it. And I figured it would be a really good, there's my cat, a really good coffee mug for work. So I decided to get that. But to use my card, I needed to spend a few more dollars. So I was looking around just to kind of find something little to put me over the edge. And I found my name on a keychain. I can never find my name. My name is not even that weird. My nickname, my real nickname is Allie. It's not Aurora, that's my pseudonym. So that's not even that strange of a name. And I know I spell it a little differently than most do. It's A-L-I, and it's backwards, whatever. But I have such a hard time finding that. Mina? Sweetie? Hey. Just gonna burn her little nose off. I have a hard time finding my name anywhere. So I was really excited, and it put me over the limit, and it's just the New York skyline, little teeny tiny thing I have now attached to my wallet. So a nice little teeny souvenir for the third time that I have been in New York City. The next thing, moving into just random stuff we got. So there's a Chobani store in New York, in Soho, which I had no idea that this exists, and I think that they said it's the only one that they have at all. They don't have any more at the moment, and basically they just take the plain Chobani and then they put fruit and honey and just different ingredients, and they have a menu basically, and you pick from that. And so I have a little like postcard from them with the fig and walnut, which was my favorite. We got a couple of different ones, but what's really neat about it is it comes in a glass bowl that's completely reusable. And I think I read that they will recycle these for you when you bring them in, and I think you get like a discount, but obviously I don't live in Soho or anywhere near New York City, so this is just going to be a little bowl for us. And they also have wooden spoons, which I just thought were kind of neat, and they're not even that horribly expensive. Like this, I think the big one was like $5 or $5.50, and the smaller one was like $4.50. So yeah, kind of expensive for a yogurt, but for a little treat, not bad at all, and you get a little bowl to go with it. And then kind of going with the treats theme, oh, for one, I got marzipan at a little Italian bakery that I'm very, very excited about because I love marzipan, and I will probably eat it tomorrow now that I've finally put it in a haul. To go continuing with the kind of snack theme, we went and saw No Man's Land with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. Brilliant. If you have a chance to see either of those plays, all of the actors are fantastic. Just blowing out of the water. But at intermission, I was really thirsty and I was kind of tired, so I was looking for some kind of caffeine. So they had those little stands, and I knew that their stuff was expensive, but I got this, and I think it was a bag of peanut M&Ms for $14. That is outrageous, but it's kind of, I mean, I did get this little mug. It's the Schubert Theater, and it's in this kind of trippy container. You can't really tell. It's that kind of 3D effect, the holographic-y kind of effect. So, I mean, at least you get a little, like, souvenir, BPA-free travel mug, but it was just ridiculous. But we all shared the soda and the M&Ms. It was just kind of a little pick-me-up at intermission. So I think that's all of the other stuff before I get into the makeup. Moving into the makeup, the one place that I really wanted to go to shop was the e.l.f. Studio store, and I believe, is that also in Soho? I'm not quite sure. But I really, really wanted to go, and so my future mother-in-law went with me, so the boys, I didn't have to drag my fiance and his brother to the store. So she went with me, and we had a very good time. But something that's really neat about the store is they give you a reusable, like, cloth bag instead of a plastic bag. e.l.f. products, I have a love-hate relationship with, and I think I've said this before. Some of their stuff is fantastic, and some of it leaves a lot to be desired. I'm finding that the products that are more on the higher price point, and by higher I mean like $3 to $10 versus the dollar stuff, seem to be way better quality than the dollar stuff, obviously. But even the higher end stuff is still very affordable. And even then you're going to get some hits and some misses, but I think their philosophy is really good, and everything is cruelty-free, and they give to charity. And so it's just, I don't know, I really like their philosophy. And what was neat is that I could go and actually test out the colors and the makeup, which has always been my hesitation with buying their stuff online. So I'm going to start with the most expensive thing that I bought, which was all of $10, which was this, something that I had been eyeing and kind of wanting to get, but it's the Prism eyeshadow. Let's see if I can find, here it is, the actual box to see what they say about it. It's these ultra silky and lustrous eyeshadows look like a powder but feel like a cream, allowing for a smooth and flawless application. and they are beautiful. If I can get it open, it kind of comes with one of those useless foam applicators, which I hate these things, but I got I think it's called the Naked palette. So kind of straight from, yeah, Urban Decay. It's called the Naked palette. So it's the neutrals, and I've I've not really used this yet, but these colors, they really do feel really, really silky. And I mean, just to kind of grab a couple of them, I mean, they're really, really pigmented and they feel like butter. They feel really, really nice and they blend really easily. I've kind of tried it on my hand. I kind of swatch it onto my hand. They look really nice. And if I kind of blend them all together, I guess, I mean, they blend really nicely. I'm really excited to play with these a little bit more. They've gotten great reviews online. I really kind of wish I would have gotten the other, I think it was called Sunset. I think they had one, I think that was called Sunrise, that was like pinks and oranges, and the other I think was called Sunset, that was like greens and purples and blacks and grays, and that would probably be the next one that I would get. But I don't know, they seem beautiful and kind of they're all shimmery, which is probably the only like negative to it, but kind of probably a good dupe, or a semi-dupe, I guess, for the Naked palette from Urban Decay, for a fifth of the price. Well, you don't get quite as many eyeshadows. But still, that was still the most expensive thing I bought at $10. So moving on, the next most expensive thing I bought, and I'm a little apprehensive about this, but I got the Acne Fighting Foundation because the color looked okay when I put it on my chin, but there's something about it that looks a little yellow, so we'll have to check and just see. I haven't tried it quite yet. I just pulled it out of the box to show in this video, but it has salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, tea tree, and aloe. So all things that are good for acne-prone skin. And again, I've heard really good things about this online. And if I kind of swatch it onto my like wrist, it's kind of got, you can't even really tell. I mean, it's a little bit off on my wrist, but your wrist is also not supposed to be the most perfect match to your face. But it blends really nicely into my wrist, although you can kind of still see where it was. It's kind of a medium coverage, so I'm excited to see what this does and if it stays on and if it goes on smoothly and if it actually does help with my skin. So more update on that. The problem with their foundations and concealers is that they don't have a very wide color range. So people who are really, really pale or really, really dark are going to have problems finding the right color. So that's something that I think they need to work on, because most of their foundations and stuff I tried were just too dark for me. And I know they didn't have very much that was really deep either. But this one seemed like it'll work, so we'll see what happens. And then the other kind of foundation-y thing I got was this. It's the Complete Coverage Concealer, and they had a light, a medium, and a dark. So I got the light one, and I'll take out the little plastic protector thing. And I used this today, and it's got 4 foundations, so going from the lightest to the darkest. And the whole idea behind this on the back of the package is it says that it's supposed to be something you can use all year round. So as your skin gets lighter in the summer and darker in the winter, you've got a range of colors that you can play with. And I used these 2 this morning, and they cover really quite well. The only thing that I've noticed from using it just this once is they're very oily. So I'm a little bit nervous to kind of continue to use it on my oily skin, but we'll see. As I said, I think the coverage seemed really well. This darkest shade, I think, may never suit me, but these 2 for sure, and this was only $3. So we'll see how my skin fares with the oiliness of it. But as I said, the coverage seemed really nice, and I do like that it has a nice range of colors that you can blend. It does come with this little tiny applicator brush, this little like concealer brush. I just use my fingers. But yeah, so there was that. And let's see, what do I have? What should we go to next? Their baked line is something that I love. I've got a couple of the baked eyeshadows. I really wish I would have picked up the purple because it looks really, really pretty. But one thing I had been wanting to try for sure was the baked blushes. And of course, right as I left, I realized that they have expanded their line at Target, and now you can get the baked blushes at Target. But I waited and got mine in New York, and now I know that if I really like it, I can get it at Target. But I ended up getting the peachy cheeky color, which kind of looks like the Milani Luminesso, but with some kind of more brown in it. And it just, I haven't used it yet on my cheeks. It seems like it's kind of light. I'm kind of wondering why I picked up this color. And you can almost not see it. So it's almost highlighter-like. And I know the brown kind of deepens it a little bit, but we'll have to see. This would probably be a really good summer shade. I might go and get kind of the darker mauve-y pink color for later if I really like the formulation of this. But I've heard really, really good things about the baked blushes, so I really wanted to try it. And on those lines, I also picked up one of their baked highlighters. So this is in the color Blush Gems. It's actually the darkest one that they had, but I thought it would be really pretty, not only as a highlighter, but it could also be like a quick go eyeshadow as well. So it's just a really kind of light, pretty glowy color. They had like, I think, a pink and like an iridescent, not iridescent, but a much lighter kind of brown. So I'm excited to try this out. Not that I do a whole lot of highlighting, but I just thought this would be kind of a versatile color. And then I love, as I've said before, I love their mineral eyeshadows. So I got one that's in Smoldering. You can kind of see the color. It's basically a silver. It's a metallic-y. It's not real strong metallic, but it's just a metallic-y silver. I haven't opened it yet, so I've been wanting a silver eyeshadow for a while, so I just decided to pick this one up, and everything, unless I state otherwise, now that I'm showing is $3. So this was $3. All the baked stuff was $3. And we've got a few more things. Moving on, I got a few lip products. The first one is I got the lip exfoliator, which I have just heard fantastic things about. I haven't used it yet. I may use it tonight. It smells so good. It smells like vanilla brown sugar, which I think is pretty much what's in here, because I think it has sugar and moisturizers. But even the girl in the store was freaking out about this, and I've heard just fantastic things about it, so I'm excited to try it. Yeah, it's just a relatively strong exfoliant that you put on your lips, and it's got a lot of moisturizer in it as well. So I'm excited to try that one. And then I got a pink lipstick from their moisturizing lipstick line. So it's not the like generic e.l.f. lipstick, and it's not the mineral. It was their moisturizing line, which I'm not sure might be new, but it's this kind of, it looks brown on the computer, at least on what I can see, but it's not. It's this kind of pretty rose-colored lipstick. It's in the color Cheeky, and if I swatch it, yeah, it almost looks brown for some reason. It's not. It's kind of it's a rose color with a little bit of a shimmer. It's almost a gold shimmer, but it's not quite. It's just ever so slightly metallic and kind of, it's a really pretty color. I've worn it once since I got it. It's just, yeah, that kind of nice rose color that looks almost natural, but just slightly more dramatic. The last lip color I bought is from their mineral lipstick line. The mineral lipsticks are a little bit more expensive. They're $5. Woohoo! And I've been looking for a nude lipstick, and this is a really good nude for me. I'm actually wearing it right now. And when I bought it, I didn't realize this, and then I came back as it swatched. It's really similar to that Revlon lip butter, the pink truffle that I like. This is just more brown. The pink truffle is more pink, but they're very close in shade, which is probably why I like this. But yeah, it's almost the exact same color as the NYX is Natural lip gloss, which is also a really good neutral for me. So I think I found my neutral. I think they have two others. This one's called Rosy Tan. I forget what the first one is called. Well, they have two. They have like a really light one, and then another one that's less pink. They've got neutrals for kind of everybody. But I do want to state this. This is why I wanted to go to the store. So that's the color of it in real life. That's the color that they show in the box. That looks like it's like dark brown slash purple, and it's not. It's a pink nude. It's just kind of the worst color example ever. But that's why it's good to try things if you can. But yeah, I'm very, very, very pleased with that. It's got a great formula. I really like the mineral lipsticks. I may have to get a few more at some point. And then I got one of their little super glossy lip shines. And I think this actually has a name. It's in the color Sweet Tart. So it's just kind of, it doesn't even really have that much of a color. It looks brown in the bottle, but it really, I mean, it maybe has a slight kind of gold shimmer to it. It smells like a grape sweet tart, I think. I can't remember if it has any kind of a taste, but I got this because I showed them that I had liked the e.l.f. studio on Facebook. I got this for free. The last thing that I got at e.l.f., and I've not tried these yet, but I heard a couple of people say that they're good, is I got a couple of nail polishes. So I got this really deep, and it's really similar to the one that I said was my favorite in my last favorites video, but it's ever so slightly different that I kind of wanted to give it a try. And these are only $2. This one's called Garnet. Kind of hard to see. It's actually kind of plummy. There we go. That's better. It's kind of, I don't know. It's way more scarlet purple than plum, I guess. I don't know. It's a garnet color. Looks like garnet. And it's that kind of shimmery sheer. I thought it would be a really good fall color. I got a nude that I believe is actually called Nude. It is. And then the last color that I got is kind of just a fun one. It's in the color Big Blue Bang. So it's kind of a shimmery, iridescent. It really has a blue, purple, pink kind of shimmer to it. I don't think it'll ever be a real opaque nail polish, but I thought it might be pretty on top of something else, or when you just kind of want clear nails with a little bit of a shimmer. Not that I have nails right now, but yeah. So that is my New York haul. I'm probably a little frazzled right now. I hope I made sense, but that is what I got. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If anybody wants to see anything like a specific review on any of these products that I've gotten, let me know in the comment section below, and I will be sure to do that. I might be doing a few on my blog as I start to use them and start to get more of a feel of how they work for me. So thank you so much for watching me ramble on and watching my cat run back and forth. So I hope you all have a wonderful day and evening whenever you are watching this, and I will see you later. Bye!